Here's a line from the movie, right?
Yeah. Walt, what's in your cup this morning?
I don't know if that may incriminate me if I finally. It's coffee, yes.
No, it's not coffee. It's the world's best cup of coffee.
The world's best cup of coffee. Okay, you have seen the movie many times.
Yeah.
One of your favorites. All right. I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite. That's because of what's happening at the UC Davis Health Pavilion in downtown Sacramento.
And now I'm smiling too. And that's because that's where Elf the Musical is playing. So with that, let's go ahead and get to ABC 10's Marcus Allen. And Mark, you caught up with the one, well, actually the two Buddy the Elves.
Yeah, I did. And, Jordan, you and I officially became friends when in the studio we said, what's your favorite Christmas movie? You and I both shouted, Elf. I love this movie. And I love that scene where he's in New York City and he passes in front of like a horrible eatery that says world's best cup of coffee. And he goes, congratulations, you did it. The world's best cup of coffee. Oh, I could go on. Every movie line in this movie is among my favorite. Yeah, we'll get to the musical in a moment, but I got to talk about the movie for a moment. It instantly, back in 2003, became my favorite holiday movie of all time. I went behind the scenes with the entire cast and crew, many of which are no longer with us. Thank goodness Will Ferrell still with us, and I talked to him about it as he trained for a marathon. Listen.
Is there sugar and syrup?
Did you get to keep any of the furniture, any of the props?
I actually redesigned my house. I got so used to ducking and being in small, cozy spaces that I built a one room that's miniature.
So when you're in full-size, normal-size rooms, you're a little... I feel agoraphobic. You got a lot of friends that are into running and racing, and you're training for the Boston Marathon while you're making this move.
That's right. I was actually, after a long day of shooting, I would be on a treadmill running 13 miles.
To make you a better actor?
No. It actually hurt my acting.
So much about that interview that I want you to see. And in fact, if you go to ABC 10 Plus, the app, we did a half-hour special on Take a Look about that movie. And again, so many from it we lost. Bob Newhart this year, Ed Asner the year before that, James Caan. So pay tribute to them and watch the movie Elf. And I digress. I should be talking about the musical. I'm in front of UC Davis Health Pavilion, home of the Music Circus. No longer a tent. It's now fully enclosed, and it will protect you from the rain. And it's probably the best seat in the house to see this Broadway musical. I had a chance to go behind the scenes and see it. You're not going to see it in this clip we're showing right now. However, the sleigh, complete with jet engines, does take off, and you'll see it in person, as well as Buddy the Elf. Aaron plays him to a T in a new spin. I talked to him about that. Listen.
I'm sure you love every role, every project you've been in, but how much fun is this?
It's fantastic. I mean, I will be honest, I normally get to play the sidekick, the best friend, and I get to lead the show, and that is really thrilling and kind of touching, actually. It's special.
And kind of make it your own. Are there times you've gone off script? Has anything happened in rehearsal that you uniquely brought to it that stuck?
Yeah, there's a couple things. Our director was great, Linda Goodrich. She was great about letting us play in rehearsal. So I've actually even tried to bring in a couple things from the movie that aren't in the script, just kind of little shout outs to that the audience picks up on. Angry Elf, to be exact.
He's an angry elf.
That's not in the script, but I snuck it into the show. There's a couple other moments that I've been able to play around and add some new things that they've been, great about. But it's a very fast process here at Music Circus. So
I can
we
imagine.
have to sneak those things in as quickly as possible.
Not unlike a Marvel movie, people are wanting Easter eggs in this. So tell me, no pun, Easter, Christmas, but what are some of those that from the movie you brought in?
Oh, sure. Well, there's those iconic lines, I know him about Santa. The cotton head and knitting muggins, of course, is in it. There's all those iconic lines that are there. And so we've kept that. Of course, the maple syrup on the spaghetti, it's, an iconic moment in the scene, in the movie, and we kept that, and I eat it live on stage here
that's
at
awesome.
the Music Circus.
Right.
And actually, it's not bad.
I'm worried about your liver, pancreas, and all of that. That's a lot of sugar.
It is. But, yeah, it's fine.
Musical now playing through Sunday night. Back to you.
From Elf,
Now
do you
playing through
have
Sunday
one,
night. Elf the Musical.
one
Back to you.
favorite line here from the movie?
Yeah. I'm singing I don't know why, because they told me to keep it tight and wrap it up, but I'm still singing.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. All right, Marcus Allen, Buddy the Elf.